Hello. We had actually completed our discussion on how ChatGPT can be used for SQL Server, but uh, two things I wanted to add in that. So, a micro lecture. First is this, that apart from what we have already seen, we can also use ChatGPT to design database, document database, understand SQL error messages, automate SQL tasks like repeated database testing or automating SQL tutoring, perform joins on the table, optimize queries, write test cases. So many people often criticize use of ChatGPT for writing code. That what about the various kinds of testing, which rigorous testing, which production software undergoes. So you can even do the testing, and of course the code will not be very perfect, but it can generate. At least it can save a lot of manual labor, so you can even create your own test cases using ChatGPT. Then this is about Python, uh, that you can even create entire ETL pipeline. And for Python, actually Microsoft just now released one Python specific ChatGPT for coding. So you should explore that also. Another is this excellent GitHub repository. What this repository does is it is actually some kind of proof of concept kind of code which connects ChatGPT with SQL Server. But what is special about this is this thing. That is what I was talking, that end user can directly do his self-service analytics. You can ask a question about the data in natural language, and you can also get the answer in natural language. This particular app works by creating a layer between user and ChatGPT that routes messages between user and ChatGPT on one side and ChatGPT and SQL server on other side. Okay, so there are two parts of it. First, user interacts with ChatGPT, then ChatGPT interacts with SQL server. Okay. Then ChatGPT is indicating whether the message is meant for user or for the server. So that means whatever answer is given by the server, that is again translated into natural language and given back to user. So here are the steps. User asks questions. For example, what is the top selling product by revenue in 2013? The scripts forwards the question to the chat gpt. The chat gpt responds with request for schema information. The script queries the database schema in SQL server and sends the result back to chat gpt. So remember, the script uh, finds the database schema on local SQL server of the user. So you don't have to send your data on internet. Okay, then ChatGPT formulates SQL query based on the schema information. Then the script executes the query against the database and sends the result back to the ChatGPT. Then ChatGPT interprets the result and formulates an answer like this. The script shares the answer with the user, and this is how it is. The top selling product by revenue in 2013 is mountain, like that. So user gives question in simple language and everything else is hidden from the user. He ultimately gets the answer in simple language. And only this travels and only this is written. In between, there is no need to upload entire database to the ChatGPT. Only the schema of the database needs. Of course, this is an experimental code. So he has already clarified that currently it works only with AdventureWorks database, but it can work with other databases by some modifications. So I am again keeping this repository. If you want to write down, you can write down. I'm leaving it for some time. Or I will be uploading these also on, just go to GitHub and search for this much KULLTC ChatGPT SQL. To my mind, this is quite awesome thing, and similar more and more user friendly tools are coming into the market.